All right, I'll be done in a few. Hello, my darling FUMINATION. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumi Desalu-Vold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. Are we living for the beat? When I tell you, you know what? I am so in love with my hair that I'm annoyed at myself. I really am. I'm saying to myself, Fumi, how could it have taken you this long to have gotten this natural crown on your head? When I tell you I love my hair, when I tell you it's growing, it is growing like weeds. So I kind of pat it down. I try to put it down, and the makeup just made up today. JUVIAS Place and Colored RAINE. Use my discount code FUMI. I just love this brand. It works for me in a way that I cannot even explain. I'm going to do more makeup tutorials because I find myself doing a lot of muted tones. Are we living and loving the Cleopatra-esque dress? I got to get up. I bought this dress in a thrift store. I had to have bought it for like £4, and when I bought it, it was too tight, but I loved it. I'm like that. I'm like, you know what, for me, there's potential in it. The way I do it, and I'll give you the golden tip: if you love something and it's too tight, buy it anyway. Either you're gonna get fitter and fit into it, or you can put panels down the side, and guess what? It's your size. I do that with trousers. I put panels down the side, and I always have like an extra length so that I can put onto my trousers. Sometimes I'll buy 2 trousers, cut the bottom of that and add it to the other. You have to think outside the box. So this is gorgeous, very Grecian, very Cleopatra, I would say. Are we living and loving? I love this. I absolutely love this. It didn't show much potential on the hanger, but I said, Fumi, you know what? Maybe you can just kind of sort of get away with it. So this is the back. There you go. And it's a wonderful dress, and against my dark complexion, you know that we love white, and then on top of that you've got gold. I'm living and loving. Good news, my darlings. The Duchess of Sussex is off to Nigeria. She's off to see our people. What do you mean our people? She's off to see our people because Meghan is 42% Nigerian, just as I am 50% Nigerian. A lot of you always ask me, Fumi, where are you from? I be giddy babe now. I be Niger. My father's Nigerian and my mother is from the beautiful country of the Gambia, just by Senegal. We're gonna go because I have a lot of FUMINATION in Gambia. As a matter of fact, the FUMINATION meet and greet that we had, there was this beautiful girl from Gambia. Yeah. And my mother was tickled pink. I said, yes, mama, they are coming. So Meghan is off to Niger this month, May, as a matter of fact, with Harry. Harry will be coming to London alone, the United Kingdom alone, and the United Kingdom is mad. They are very upset. Why don't you sit back and listen to this conversation?
Well, the Duchess of Sussex plans to visit Nigeria as she's discovered she has some Nigerian blood. It's always about Meghan. You should, of course, have said the Duchess of Sussex. Well, with me now is my panel, and let Kelvin have the first word. You're a bit harsh, aren't you?
That lowered you.
Yes. No, it never lowers me. I got way further down to go than that, Tessa, and you will discover it when we debate this. My point really was that the King, clearly, when you have cancer at his age, the first thing he does, he thinks about other people. Right, and he goes to a cancer ward. Then you get Sophie, who's been thrust into probably prominence in public life right now, having been really much in the background now for the best part of 25 years, right? And she's thinking about other people. She's thinking about women who are being raped by Russian soldiers as part of the Russian war effort, right? And she stands up for it. She goes out to Ukraine, which is actually not an easy thing to do, I would have thought. And then finally, Meghan is announced that instead of coming to the UK, perhaps to rally round the royal family in difficult times, both with the King and his daughter-in-law, And what does she do? She nips over to Nigeria, basically giving in my view, after all, she keeps the title, doesn't she? She keeps the title, right? Rather than coming back to the UK, she gives a V sign to the people, right? So she likes the title, but she doesn't like the country. Why doesn't she just say so?
I agree. She does have certain issues with Britain, and with people like you spouting off, can you blame her?
I do blame her. Yeah, I do blame her.
And actually, you could have summed it up.
Are you telling me that it was right for her to say, yes, goodbye, thank you, 6,000 miles away? Sorry, you carry on. Sorry.
What's fascinating is there's a long diatribe, a spiel on the good works, commendable works by the King.
It's got your, that's got a stamp of approval.
100%. I wish we'd give more attention to Ukraine. That is where the trouble lies. We all turn a blind eye, but when Sophie rocks up in a frock, briefly, Ukraine reappears on the agenda.
That is ridiculous. That the Ukraine war is not being covered by the media.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Ludicrous. Write this down.
What Putin wants, Putin pretty much gets at the moment, and that's the truth. We can come on to that. The GPS blocking, etc. You name it, he's at it. But I commend Sophie's visit, and you said, oh, she's not been doing this. You're quite wrong. She's visited Iraq, she's visited Kosovo, the Republic of Congo, she's visited Germany,
that
Afghanistan.
Wasn't my point.
But
my point
is,
was that she has not had the publicity that other members of the royal family have, and she stepped forward because of what's happened to Kate.
What distressed me is that you compared them, working members of the royal family, funded the trip to Ukraine by the Foreign Office, quite rightly so, representing us on behalf of the King.
Good.
The King likewise protected, part of the institution, doing what he passionately wants to do, his vocation. And then you compare them with the Duchess of Sussex as a private individual who incidentally will give people in Nigeria a huge amount of pleasure by visiting them. And the real reason your nose is put out of joint is that she's not coming to Britain.
How do you know
That's
that
the real
Meghan
reason.
Going to Nigeria is going to give them a huge amount of pleasure? You're guessing at it, aren't you? Everywhere else she's gone, she gets a huge raspberry. She comes over here, the most loved person that I can ever remember joining the royal family, and within half an hour, she said, I'm not hanging around being told what to do by you lot, and she heads out to LA in the mansion. Honestly, she's not worth defending.
Just as we know that shared experience, the King gave pleasure, Sophie will have given pleasure in Ukraine, desperately needed, and likewise shared experience, Meghan, with her super stardust, which is why people like you are so peeved, because she turned her back on Britain. I understand we can sort out some counselling for you, Kelvin.
I'm peeved about her
You will
actions.
recover from this.
Why doesn't she come back? Why doesn't she come back to the UK and wave to us all?
Because she thinks people like Kelvin McKenzie are going to be all...
Well, I'm entitled to a view.
That's true, though,
and so
isn't it,
are
Jacob?
you. You're entitled to a view, but that shouldn't stop her coming out and giving her views to our country.
Can you imagine? It really got heated. It just occurred to me the other day that I see why Meghan is constantly talked about here. You know why? She sells papers. She sells papers. She's a hot topic, and people will click and people will watch. There is no other valid reason to talk about Meghan the way Meghan is talked about other than that. Because homegirl been gone for like a minute. Why would she come here just does not make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Why would you come to where you're not loved and embraced? And you know, Meghan did something which I know really peeved them off. Girlfriend had options, and girlfriend took their prince with her. She said, listen to me, I don't have to stay here, but it will be at the cost of you not having your prince. I'll take my kids, I'll take him, and I'll go. And you will sit right here, and there'll be nothing you can do about it. And you can have other royal members of the family who nobody really cares about to do the job, to sell the papers or whatnot. It hasn't been working. I love the fact that Meghan is going to Niger. Here it is, Tatler. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will travel to Nigeria for a short trip after the Duke of Sussex visits London. Deuces. That's what she said. She said, no, I'm not coming. Harry, you go. When you get back, then we'll go to Gidi. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are due to travel to the West African nation as part of their work surrounding the Invictus Games, as examined, and this was written on the 29th of April 2024. You know, the funny thing here is that you had her here. It was such a missed opportunity because you couldn't see through how you felt in your heart. And you see this, our Jehovah God up above, he will protect in a way that we here on earth cannot begin to imagine and understand. The way they got out as the garage door was coming down was beautiful. It was nothing short of poetic. That's how I look at it. They got out in time. May I read on? Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have announced their will to travel to Nigeria in May of 2024, days after the Duke is due to visit London to mark the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. During the trip, the Sussexes will meet military personnel and participate in a number of activities associated with the Invictus Games. Nigeria's Defense Ministry went public with its pleasure at the Sussex's announcement, declaring its honor and delight. You see, they will treat them better there. And the sunshine is out. Bar Beach is out. There's fried plantain. There's all kinds over there. Meghan is going to have a fabulous time. Go right ahead, Mama. I wish it was me. Brigadier General Tucker Gusau on Sunday released a statement confirming that the visit would strengthen Nigeria's connection to the Games and potentially pave the way for hosting future editions. I'm absolutely certain about that. The trip comes after the news emerged in 2022 that the Duchess was 43% Nigerian, according to a genealogy test she had taken. Meghan revealed this news in a discussion on the visit, therefore serves a double purpose, both helping to continue the couple's work around the Invictus Games and offering Meghan an opportunity to explore her heritage. Go ahead, Mama. Prince Harry has previously acknowledged Meghan's Nigerian heritage in a speech during the opening ceremony of the 2023 Invictus Games in Düsseldorf. During his address, the Duke mentioned the connection as he praised Nigeria, Colombia, and Israel for their inaugural participation in the Games, which are for injured and sick veterans. During the speech, he said, "Now, I'm not saying we play favorites in our home, but since my wife discovered she's of Nigerian descent, it's likely to get a little bit more competitive this year." He's so funny. Since relocating to Montesino, the Sussexes have not been too busy with overseas trips. The couple visited Jamaica for the premiere of the film One Love, while Prince Harry made a whirlwind return to London upon the announcement of his father, the King's cancer diagnosis. Meghan and Harry also appeared at a recent Invictus Game event in Canada. The Duchess has not returned to the UK since the funeral of the late Queen Elizabeth II, September 2022. She is going to travel the world. She will travel the world. The world will embrace her. She will thrive. She will be adored everywhere. And the United Kingdom will sit and watch, knowing that she first came to you and she was not given the love that she truly and absolutely deserved. That's me. That is all I'm gonna say, because at the end of the day, you know how we say it in Nigeria, mashi omolomo like that. Oh, don't treat that child like that. She has parents. She has a mother. She has a father. You cannot treat her like that. I beg. They brought her here. Let's take care of her. And that's what it is. I'm very happy she's going to Nigeria. I love. I grew up early teens. I grew up in Nigeria from 13. Oh my God. Yeah, 13 to 19. When I became supermodel of Nigeria, the first, might I add. Yes, I was the first ever supermodel of Nigeria and then of West Africa. Then I left to come to university here in the United Kingdom and studied business administration, of which I graduated, for those of you that are asking. It's a little braggasaurus. I know. But some of you just think, oh, Fumi's just out here and she ain't got no education. It's impossible if you are giddy If you're Nigerian, it's impossible. Your parents will not allow it. You must have university standard. Even home helps, houseboys, they're university graduates. Facts. You could double check on that, you know. So I'm very happy for Meghan. Go right ahead, mama. Do your thing. And safe trip. Harry, safe trip to you too. The Invictus Games is amazing. It's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. You know, for veterans, what more can you ask for? Where they all come together and they have a wonderful, you know, fun day. And sport. Sport is the key to everything. And for those of you that are becoming members for my fitness channel exclusive, you will see that I do all kinds of fitness, and I walk different parts of London City to show you guys. And now that the weather is getting better, we're going to work out in the garden, doing a lot of sport, running around, keeping fit, and having lots and lots of fun. The tickets for New York are coming. Girl, guys, FUMINATION dating app, I'm taking it seriously. For New York, I want all of my FUMINATION men to come out, for the meet and greet for 2 reasons. To meet and to greet, but come and meet your potential FUMINATION babe, because she'll be out there. I am so happy to say that we have the first FUMINATION couple. They met at the FUMINATION meet and greet here in London, and things are going well. And I was like, oh my God. And then it occurred to me, FUMINATION are feminized. They're classy, they're beautiful, they're amazing. They want to date. Well, these are people of the same ilk, because that was what I heard afterwards. There were so many FUMINATION sisters that made friends from different countries. And then I have one more announcement before I go. I wanted to say hello to the amazing and the most beautiful Diana Williams, who came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, for the meet and greet here in London. I love you. I love you. If you are watching this episode, I don't know whether you have Instagram. I'm trying to get in touch with you. I want to give you my phone number, because I just might come to Atlanta, Georgia after New York. And girlfriend, let's kick it and have dinner on me. Yes, baby. Because you know what? You not only bought a ticket, you bought flight tickets, you bought hotel tickets, and you stayed here for 3-4 days. I am so honored, and I love you, Diana Williams. I love you, I love you, I love you. She's so fresh. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend. And she came with her sisters. And when I tell you, we kicked it. I wasn't able to put everything in the video that I showed you, but towards the end, because we were there till like 8:30, 9. As a matter of fact, we just pushed everything aside and then we were all dancing. It was fantastic. We cut the cake. We had so much fun. And I love you, Diana Williams. So I just wanted you to know, I'm going to see if I can do it where we're going to have like a lovely dinner. And you are going to be my special guest with your beautiful sisters. Other than that, my darlings, enjoy the weekend. And I will see you I will see you sooner than later. All of my love. Mwah.